End of The Wizard of Oz. And Dorothy is watching her pals, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion, get everything they want. And the Lion needs courage, Scarecrow needs a brain, Tin Man really needs a heart. And she says to the Wizard, "I don't suppose there's anything in your bag for me." And because you get the last word here today, what do you have in your ken, in the scope of your knowledge and life experience, that will help us take all the ideas, the hopes and dreams we've heard voiced here today, and make it happen and give us strength?
No, when I was finishing my doctorate, my dad took me out to dinner, and he was so proud that his son was getting a doctorate from Oxford. And he was like, what universities are you going to apply for to be a tenure-track professor? And I said, I think I'm going to start this thing, the Interfaith Youth Corps. And my dad looked at me, he's like, we immigrated from India for this? And I tried to, he's like, there's no money in interfaith work, which is true. And he's like, there's all these other important things to do. And the way the conversation ended was when I said, Dad, this is what I was meant to do. This is what I love to do. And so, look, I'm really glad Jimi Hendrix didn't become a science teacher, right? And that is not to at all be dismissive or facile about the hugely important things said. But ultimately, when it comes to who you are in the world, you have to do what you love to do. David Levin doesn't run KIPP just because it's important. He runs KIPP because for 19 years he has loved it, right? I don't run the Interfaith Youth Corps. I don't do interfaith cooperation only because it's important. I didn't choose my life path by saying, who are the people suffering most in the world, and how can I fix their suffering? Ultimately, I had to figure out what I loved to do, and then I had to figure out how I was going to give that away. There's my 4-year-old, his new favorite band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he'll wake up at like 6 a.m. and turn it on really loud. And I'll be like, Zaid, turn it down. He'll be like, Daddy, if it's too soft, it's not rock and roll. Which is true. But, there's this old Chili Peppers song from when I was a senior in high school, Give It Away Now. And I love it, right? Because it's like, how do you find what you love to do, and how do you find a way to give it away? Happy graduation, y'all.